So, okay, we are ready. It is the 2nd of November. Well, all right. So we wrapped up October. Thank you. You guys are beautiful and wonderful. And we had a lot of happy clients. So that is really, really good. And I've got quite a few things to cover tonight, but I wanted to just say hi to who's here. So Beth, tell us about your great week. What happened this week?
This week I'm doing good. I'm selling this week. Last week,
Okay, so
This week I've had lots of reorders and gift to grandparents.
okay, all right. Okay, the gift the grandparent. Okay, very, very good. So so you're continuing with your current clients?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And one client of mine every year has a big order for Christmas of those little mini satin hands. And I'm putting her order together.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. So, all right. So talk about that. The mini satin hands, this one.
Yeah.
And what do you do with it?
This year I did this. And I put
Okay.
some bling on it too.
Oh, you did put some bling on it. Yeah.
I like that idea. I couldn't find that tissue paper you were talking about.
Oh, opalescent. Oh, what I've done in the past. Yeah, I put some bling up here, and then I get these little white snowflakes and stick them on. But I put the tissue paper inside, like it's a gift, not on the outside. So I put that opalescent paper in there because
I couldn't find opalescent paper.
that's all right. It just looks like bubbles to me. I don't know.
I thought it was so much fun.
Yeah. Then how much are you selling them for?
Probably 13.
13 a piece?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. I sell mine for 5. I was like, I should think bigger. I don't know. Maggie, what do you do with these?
I sold I had an order for 13 or 14 of them not last year, the year before, and I had 2 options. I could turn them into an ornament because those handles are fantastic to hang on the tree. But I think what I
What a
did,
good idea.
It's good.
here.
I love that idea.
Sell one of them. Oh, good gracious. Can you ever find anything in your stuff?
No.
Here it is. Okay. What I did this time is I wrapped it all in this, like put it in a little cellophane, doing candy, and put the little snowflake inside. And that's what I did that year.
Oh, okay. That's cute too. Yeah,
I
you
still like to
got a
use them
lot.
as a free gift with purchase. I'd much rather them purchase the hand cream for me and then get this for the $5 because I don't get any retail benefit from this.
Right.
That's true.
Right. Well, so I'll just tell you this is I have decided I'm going to set up 2 or 3 gift boxes. So I've got this one set up, which is the 3-part satin body set, which is falling over. It will all fit in and close up, and the mini satin hands. And so I could just show you because I just made these like in the last 20 minutes. Where's my where are they? Ah, I lost them. Oh, I thought I had them here. Well, okay, never. Okay, yeah. All right, so I went to Canva and I made up this gift set. So that's what I made up. So I can post this on Facebook or put it in an email or whatever I want to do. And then I just created another one with this set, which is the brush set with the brush cleaner and translucent powder. I mean, it's really simple. And then I've got my sleeve this is for my drawing for my customers. So, and I mean, I'm not doing much else. Although I just got those little Santa hats, so I could make sanitizers, because those are just so simple and easy and whatever. But yeah, I'm going to keep it really simple. What have you got there, Beth?
I did. I went off of your Santa sleigh to Christmas box.
Little higher, little higher.
That's cute.
Nice.
Just took them off. I had some ornaments that I just stuck them in there.
Okay.
And then just put some product. It's the same product that you have in yours.
Well, but pretty much it's a lot of discontinued stuff or whatever. So, what's the value on your basket?
I don't know, I gotta add it.
Okay, got it. Yeah, it
I
looks
don't
like,
know.
yeah, but it's good. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
I'll use that as one of my raffles.
Side note, did you get a bunch of the Mint Bliss with the socks?
Yes.
Check your socks.
Why?
People been having trouble. Have holes in them.
I've had no problems so far.
I haven't either. Well, and they're sold out about the Western branch anyway.
Oh, are they already?
They're-
Oh, crap.
Yeah, the Western branch is sold out. I don't know about the rest, but on the director Facebook group, some of them have holes in the toes.
Oh, no.
I know.
I still have a bunch left from last year. But I have a
I have,
couple.
yeah, I have some too.
Last years.
I
Yeah,
think this
but
year's are far cuter though.
they are very cute. They are very, very cute. So anyway, that was just a side note. I wanted to mention that. But anyway, so all right, Beth, I'm going to give you a hand. Yay, Maggie, applaud Beth. Yay.
Okay, let me go put these away before they fall over.
Okay, good idea.
See, I've just been trying to get everything
3 years
done.
ago. Got more
Furniture.
socks than anything. Okay. So
Yeah. So Maggie, how about you? How's your Mary Kay going?
I'm still trying to recover from last week. It was a little ridiculous. Because the online event was, I mean, what did I have? Did I have 4 or 6 orders, 2 bookings? Like it was crazy. So I had a lot to catch up with that. I still haven't delivered all the product yet. I'm working on it.
There you go. Well, that's good though. So talk about that. What made it work this year? The giftology event.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it was just, last year I invited a lot of people, but this year, guys, I invited something. I mean, my goal was 50 people. I invited something like over 70. And all of them were personal invitations. Just advertising it on Facebook did nothing. I mean, on our VIP group. I think I might have had one person interested, but she's the one person that never attends anything because she doesn't understand when it's not on Facebook Live. But anyway, and it was the personal invitations and the follow-up. That was a lot of it. So even though I had like 20 people say yes, I only had 13 people on, but I had a couple people surprise me and actually pop on as well. But how for the I don't have it here, but for the when you put the lookbook, the PCP, you can print out their name and then you can check out you followed up and like what they said and stuff. I did the same thing. I printed out one of those and that's how I contacted who I was going to invite. And I wasn't quite that organized. I wrote down everyone's name by hand and then I handed my whole list over to Tim and said, hey, can you alphabetize this? Because I can't find anyone's name. And Spreadsheet King alphabetized it. So I was able to go through and keep track of what people liked, what they didn't. And that made it successful. There was a couple people that watched this year that also watched last year. But a lot of, I don't know, part of it's the energy you put into it, right? So I made sure to invite people when I wasn't already fatigued and overwhelmed. Because when I'm fatigued and overwhelmed, I'm sending out the signal pretty clearly, don't come, I'm busy.
I talked about some of that tonight too. Interesting you saying that. Yeah,
that's the truth. And I think that's the other thing about last week. What I'm really worked up doing is I don't have my invitations up here, but the invitations for the open house next week, next Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. And the energy I pour into it, I have to be very careful with. So that's literally like I anticipated, I assumed I only had like 80 local people, and I've invited closer to 130. I ran out of postage. I don't know what to do.
Okay, but so I love the way you're thinking outside of the box. You're thinking about adjusting, and paying attention to how are you coming across, because that's actually a lot of what I was going to talk about tonight, because it just makes such a difference.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I bought not enough postage, and I think it's because of Jan's clients too.
But I bought 4 books of stamps. Now, granted, what's on a book of stamps now? I mean, like, what is it, 12? I mean, you got me there.
Okay, got it.
I bought a roll and still had to go back.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, because I do this mailing service, but I'm going to be doing some postcards tonight for a local people. But anyway, so give Maggie a hand. All right. Thank you for having so much success with that, with the giftology.
It was
Yeah.
I had a couple people on, but I honestly, I got more last year. I got 2 recruits. This year, Val recruited, but and she decided to join us, but she had planned that beforehand anyway.
Mm.
So and the other girl that said she was interested, we're still following up with that one. So but anyway, so
That's
all right. Well, it's good. So Maggie, any quick thoughts about your retreat? Oh, by the way, there's a friend of mine from Illinois that knows someone that lives close to you. She's one of the she's a Connecticut director. Oh, I can't remember, is her name Julie something? I can't remember. I can't remember her name. I don't know. But so how did your retreat go?
Well, mine was a little while ago now. So, guys, if I can't remember last week, really, guys, that's people. What I think the overall, now this was the first time I've attended something with this group of directors in person. I've done everything like virtual with them because it just happens to be in New Jersey, and I've always been told that like New Jersey's like the armpit of New England.
I don't even have my geography down. I don't understand how you can go
It's
from
not even New
Connecticut to
England, so there's
Jersey.
that.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So but it's always a lot of traffic because it's right around New York City. And this time I'm like, I just really wanted to go and be a part of it. And this group of directors, they call themselves the Circle of Empowerment. And I believe there's 13 of them. And there was a new one this year, a brand new director. And what the point is that none of them have an NSD. All of them are really looking to grow their unit, grow their own community, and help each other grow. So they work together like as if they were their own national unit or national group. And they're all from different seminars. There's only, I think, one in Sapphire, but then from Sapphire across the seminars. And what was beautiful is just how the directors themselves lift each other up. Like you could see it, how well they work together. They played to each other's strengths. Like it was just really cool. And you don't get that when you attend virtually. You don't get that dynamic. You don't get that feeling. I mean, and so that was actually really neat, finally meeting some of these ladies in person that I've known before. But also, I guess, looking at it at eyes that I'm eyes at now. So one of Sarah's recruits, who's absolutely one of this wonderful, lovely woman. I flew with her last year to and from a seminar, but not this year because she had other plans. But anyway, her name's the same as my mom's, and she's absolutely lovely, and I adore this woman. But she was so funny. So the first night they asked us, "What is holding our business back?" And so it was a very honest question, like what is honestly holding your business back? And you kind of don't want to answer that question out loud to other people, Wait, that's
right.
But at one point they asked the question of what goals do you have for yourself? And this lovely lady, she was so funny. She says, "Oh, I don't set goals." And I got this feeling, and I was like, "Do you not set goals because you're tired of not meeting them and it just frustrates the hell out of you?" And she's like, "Yeah, pretty much." I'm like, "I know you. I am you."
Okay.
So it was, where she's at is she's in that frustrated, still kind of angry position where it's not that she's angry. It's just more like she's just like a little bit self-stuck, right? I'll set goals, but I don't meet them, and that frustrates me. It doesn't stop me from setting them.
Right, got it.
But it was just kind of like, wow, how do we work together? Because like we're in that situation where we're both, in the same area of the career. How can we work together to want to work on ourselves, or what are we open to? You can't just beat your head against the wall thinking you have to do the thing that they're telling you the same way because it's going to work. It's not going to work if you're not comfortable with it. Find out what you are comfortable with, or change the way you think about it. Right. And so it was really a neat experience because, again, I haven't really done anything with any of these group of ladies in general. And lastly, there was a brand new consultant. She'd been in Mary Kay, I think, a month or two. And she is big in makeup and a guru and that kind of stuff. And her energy and her excitement to see what it felt like to be a group of women who did not know her that were cheering her on. She was floored. She wasn't sure if she should run away screaming or be like, "Wow, God really wants me here." No, you guys know that the first time you walked into a meeting a gazillion years ago, that's what it was like. It was just beautiful. And it was fun. So we made friends, and we're Facebook friends, and I copy and post her post too. Copy and paste her post because she has a lot of energy and a lot of fun. So I think the big thing was that there's so many of us out there that we don't know, that we could really, we can lift each other up in different ways. But okay, that was just the different experience from that group of leadership was just a little different. So
Wow, thank you. That was a great description, and I did not know that was what was happening in your area. How often can you like get involved with that? Is it just at like leadership, not leadership, but a retreat or something? Or
I mean,
is it,
they do the big retreats, they do the fall advance, they do a career thing. I think they might have done the career thing. I know they get together for a career conference typically. I think this year career conference is in New Jersey again, so they'll all go. They do the whatever the January jump thing is together. But if anything is specifically per seminar, they can't because none of them are in the same seminar.
oh, right. Yeah, well, I was just thinking about, I mean, do they have any kind of, because in St. Louis, what they have that monthly event in St. Louis. I mean, Mindy used to go to it. Where, I mean, there was always a monthly event
Now it's in
about,
Illinois.
pardon me?
Now it's in Illinois.
Yeah, I think it might have been in Illinois, not in St. Louis.
Well, it used to be in St. Louis, but now we got to drive to Illinois for it.
Oh, I see. Okay, so how long a drive is it?
It's about a half hour.
Oh,
I'll try
okay.
to get the day off if I'm going.
Yeah, okay. Because yeah, I was just wondering if because things are starting to get back into, in-person stuff more and more and more.
Wow.
And so I think
January, Sally's doing something.
yes, Sally in Kansas City, they've got some kind of a workshop going on in January. Yeah, I haven't started looking at the January things yet, but it's time to do that. We've got now the company has the thing next week.
Yeah, that's on the 8th.
That's on the 8th. Yeah, exactly, on Wednesday night. Yeah.
Got marked on the calendar.
Yeah, so we can do that. I'm jealous of you guys. We just don't have that much going on here. It's a little bit crazy. And
Oh, it's fun.
so yeah, you've got a lot. And Beth, I have to tell you, Kim just texted me. I love Kim. I love that girl already. She says, how do you sign people up for the October, drop chap? Kim, you can't.
No, Kim.
I like her a lot. I identify with her. But anyway, so well, I'm really, really glad that you guys have those resources. You have a lot of resources, and it sounds like it was really helpful for you. So
Very comfortable with that.
that is really good. Well, I'll tell you what I want to do, and I'm just not sure. Ruth texted me. You should see Ruth is going to be gone the whole month. She's going to Europe with her chorus. She's got so much stuff going on. It's just kind of really kind of amazing. I was like, okay. But anyway, I am going to, because I wanted to go over a couple things tonight, and because we're recording this, I really wanted to spend a little bit of time. First of all, I wanted to absolutely recognize my two new Great Start qualified consultants. And what I thought I might do would be to go over, which, by the way, I do have to tell you, these are new bundles. They changed the bundles. So although that literature you have from before, it's not good. There are 3 bundles now.
I'm so glad it's recyclable.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so Val, I want to tell you about Val. I would someday you're going to get to meet her. She was really hoping to be here. She was one of my first recruits, I think maybe even before I became a director. And so we've gone back and forth for 40 years. And she was a newlywed. Oh, it's so fun. She has a home in Barrington, Illinois, but she's been living in California. Long story, but what I wanted to just say is that, and I told you a little bit about Val last week. She had called me and said, I want to get back into Mary Kay. We had been just chatting as girlfriends for the last year or two. And she said, I want to get back into it. So she got a whole lot of product and said, I might as well just, sign up. So she did that, and she got a scarf. She did her order though just on Tuesday. So she doesn't have her scarf yet. And she works full time I don't quite understand it, but it's something about patient care through one of the medical systems out in California. So, I mean, I don't know, she'll have to explain it to you sometime. But we did the orientation. I asked her to go and look at the orientation on her phone or the Great Start app, and to go on In Touch and look at it. And so she watched the videos and kind of made her own decisions about what to do, so that just so you know that that's available. And if people are independent, as she is, then she went and understood the whole thing and made her decision about how she wanted to start her business. Now, Lucia, on the other hand, has been a consultant for many, many years. She actually was with Gladys, and but she moved, and her husband retired. And long story, she's this darling Italian woman that doesn't do computers at all. And she's just cute. She was working at Steinmar or Von Mar or something. And just, I mean, I think people bought from her because she's so darling and she has this great accent. But you probably won't ever see her because I don't know if she knows how to get onto Zoom. And so she started with a 225, and then she did a second one, and then wrapped up the final order with just a $58 or $48 order Tuesday, because so it took her 3 steps to become Great Start qualified over the space of 3 months. But she still gets her bonus. Okay, and she continued to work, and they moved to a senior community, and so the people are driving her around, taking her to the various activities, and people are buying from her. So it's 2 different ways that they achieve the Great Start, and that's what I really wanted you to know about that. I think a lot of people are starting with the 225. And because maybe their personal use, I think Val is looking at maybe continuing to look at being personal use. But she did the skin analyzer. I said, you've got to do the skin analyzer, so find out exactly which products are right for you. And she went, oh my gosh. So she got a whole bunch of them. Okay. My point here is I really didn't have a whole lot of conversation with her about inventory, because she made her own decisions based on the information that the company provides. And I think that sometimes that makes people nervous about team building, because that kind of conversation, I mean, it used to make me very nervous. Okay. But I talk to people about different packages. Do you want to start with a 225 package, or do you want to go with at least the 600, because you're going to get a bunch of free product? Val got over $300 retail and free product because she placed her order in the first 15 days. So she got the look, which was 134 retail, I believe, or maybe a little more. It might have gone up. Plus she got one of the bundles, and she chose, I don't know, I can't remember which bundle she chose, one of them, but anyway. So there are different options. But anyway, so do you have any questions, or do you understand how this works? Hello?
Yeah, I mean, it's very clear.
Yeah,
Okay. Beth, do you understand how it works?
I think so.
Okay, all right, good. All right, I just wanted to just say that those are just 2 examples. I wanted to go over today different additional ways to sell the product. Now, I'm singing to the choir right here, but I'm going to, because this is recorded, I think people may want to think about what different things you can do. And but both of you are, I think, very aware of this. How many of you sell to men? Maggie, you sell to men quite a bit, don't you?
Yeah, every year's a little different. Sometimes I have more success than others.
So how do you approach the men?
A lot of it is I usually reach out by email first if I have their email, because I tend to find that, if you're trying to be discreet for gift giving, you need to be discreet. And then usually if I get a response that way, if I don't and I know that they've been interested in the past, I'll text them. But I usually don't make a phone call, only because I know their wife could be listening. And if it wants to be a surprise, they want it to be a surprise. But a lot of it is just mostly if I see them in person. A lot of it is, it just, for some reason for me, it's more comfortable to say, hey, look, how have you finished your holiday shopping? Do you need any help? Because it comes off as casual as it is, as opposed to an email. It might sound, or a text message might sound salesy, and person will be like, hey, look, just checking in, making sure you're done with your holiday shopping. You don't need help before I go off and do other things. Like, oh yeah, I'm fine, or oh wait, you're right, I forgot, something along those lines. Or hey, do you have those stockings again? Yeah, I'm doing those again. What would you like? Give me your price range, I'll get it together for you. It's so much more casual, I feel like, for guys when it's like an offhand comment, but that's just been my experience. Maybe that's just what I'm more comfortable with.
No, that's great. I've never sold to men much because I don't see them.
Mm.
I mean, I'm just like not around a lot of men.
Well,
So
remember, like, I'm around a ton of them because of my work, right?
right, exactly. Exactly. So that's really good. Are you familiar with, and I don't know, in Connecticut, you probably don't want to do this because it's just too cold, I think, or snowy or whatever. But in St. Louis, you can, and I know many years ago, in San Antonio, we had a couple of consultants that did some fabulous sales, and they would decorate the trunk of their car, and they
How did
had
they
it
keep
all
it from
set up.
moving around?
Pardon me?
How did they keep it from moving around?
Well, I think it's packed in. Seriously, and
Things
this
would
is
just
not
fall
one of,
over for me.
yeah, this is I mean, they would decorate it and they would put little layers in there, and they would put boxes of satin hand sets and boxes of gnomes or boxes of this, that, or the other thing. And so they were all packed in there, but then they would put some garland in there and some ornaments and make it all festive, so that if they went to a fire station, or if they went to even if they were going to go to a party, people they could, if depending on the weather, they could go out to their car and say, look, I've got this all set up. Or you could possibly go to, if there's a small office, like you've got an insurance office, like a State Farm office, where there are 3 or 4 people working there, they might come out to your car, out to the parking lot. I mean, I think these are
I
different.
tried going to the auto zones and that kind of stuff. I never had any luck.
No? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've done a little bit with fire stations. I always got really nervous. I would just get, isn't that funny? I just would get so nervous about doing that. So I never did a lot of it, but I know some people do. And it's simply another option. If you've
I
got some
tried to do it
pre-wrapped
again, 'cause
gifts.
I'm more confident now.
I remember many years ago, I heard a line once. This one guy said, "Oh my gosh, my girlfriend or something. I'll get her a gift." And I said, "I don't know. Should I get the $30 gift or the $50 gift?" And my answer was, "How mad is she?"
I would have said both.
Or it was something like, how bad is the situation, or it was something like that, and I had to bite my tongue because I was like, okay, Nancy. And of course he went for the bigger package, and it was really it was really kind of fun. So anyway, so the trunk sales are there, the hostess thank you gifts. I know I've got some holiday spatulas, or some Thanksgiving, depending what you're doing for Thanksgiving. If you've got a hostess gift, or somebody to give, sometimes you take a bottle of wine. Well, not everyone drinks wine, not everyone wants to do that. But you could take a mitt with a satin hands, or the mint bliss, or whatever. And so those are another thing. The skin preparation for the party. I was thinking about the biomask for the holidays, getting people's skin all hydrated and beautiful, because they're going to do a lot of parties. So, and of course the customer drawings we've talked about, and that's what I've got is, someone gave me this sleigh. I don't know where it came from. But anyway, so I'm going to give that away. And then, of course, Pink Weekend, we could talk about that more next week, actually, because we really want to. But Mary Kay has a lot of information. And Maggie, you have some Facebook groups or something or other, I think, where people talk more about different ideas for Pink Weekend. Do you have
I think just the $1 million message is doing a lot of that right now. I tend to think that I know we need to prepare for it, but I really need to, I hate to say it, live through my my open house. So I really can't, if too many ideas, I become just
Right.
inhibited. Like I'm just too bombarded and I can't handle all of the information. I need to stop, focus on what I need to do, and move on. I mean, people have really
make this.
cute ideas. What was
So,
that?
all right. So next
I want
week,
to make everything that I see. I run across too much.
It's too
Yeah,
much.
well, and I get the same way. I mean, and so I was going to talk about next week, but next week I have a guest speaker. So we're going to do that in the following week. Well, yeah, and of course, then we won't meet on Thanksgiving. So yeah, on the 16th we can talk. Oh, the 16th, that's going to be your open houses, right?
No, mine's the 9th.
Mine will be the 18th. I don't know if I'll even be here.
Hmm.
It's 2 days before my open house. I might be busy.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping, oh gosh, well, I'm hoping that because I've got my speaker now, if people can't make it on the 9th, then I'll ask her to wait maybe till December or till the 30th or something. Yeah, because actually I'm gonna be busy with Ann on the 16th also. We're doing an open house.
Mhm.
I may have to revise that. All right. Okay, good to know. Thank you. I'm glad we talked about that. Okay, I just talked about those things. Okay, now this is kind of what I wanted to talk about. And again, because I'm recording, I'm hoping people will pay attention to it because you guys, this is a subject you're already familiar with. And Maggie, you were just talking about exactly that from your retreat. And so I've been running into a number of people that are signing up for other direct selling companies, especially Scentsy. I don't know, everyone's into Scentsy right now. I'm like, what makes it so easy to recruit into Scentsy as opposed to Mary Kay? And so I thought I would ask for give me some feedback. Why do you think, or do you think that people are more likely to sign up for Scentsy or Pampered Chef or something like that?
I think it's because it's less personal.
Oh, because it's less personal. It
Like
doesn't
something,
much personal energy.
right? So it's well personal in the sense that Mary Kay is skincare. It's something that's very personal to your body. It's like it's hygiene. It can be things
Oh,
that people are self-conscious about. I mean, like putting a new fragrance in your house, nah. You know what I mean? Like that's
right.
not super personal. Although personally, I can't handle any fragrances. You know, like I'm allergic to most of them. They give me migraines. Like the whole I try to avoid Scentsy whenever I can, because they use a lot of the you know, a lot of you guys know this already. That's why Mary Kay does the UU is that a lot of fragrances have neurotoxins and endocrine disruptors in them, and that's why they can trigger a lot of people's migraines and things like that. So just being mindful of that. But something like Pampered Chef, people like because oh, everyone cooks, everyone entertains, right? But they also forget that you only can have so many cookie sheets, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean,
Get a higher
seriously,
turnover.
this is what I was talking about how are we approaching people? What makes Mary Kay different? And I've had some training this week. There's a director group I meet with on Monday mornings, and there was some really great training with that. We were talking about different things. But I thought, so, okay, so as a customer, what do you think, Beth, why do you think your customers buy from you? What is it that appeals to them that they want to buy from you?
I think I always have their back.
Okay, be more specific. What do you mean?
They tell me a problem, something's wrong with their skin or their face or what they want to improve. And I always work till I can find the item that they need.
Okay, so they know that you are going to, you know your product, or you're going to find out more about their product and you're going to solve the problem. So it's that relationship. Okay.
Yes, I
Okay.
think so.
Now, could another consultant do that?
I would think so, yes.
Okay. Why do you think they would buy from you as opposed to someone else?
They like me. I don't know.
Well, but that is exactly what my point. They like you. They are enjoying you as a person. So, yeah, I mean, how many of us have become friends with our customers over the years, and
Yeah.
you know, even become personal friends way beyond the Mary Kay experience. Um,
I don't
yeah,
feel like I always talk about Mary Kay with them either. I talk about other stuff.
Right, exactly. So that's one thing that appeals to them about being your customer. Now, what about if they want to be on your team? What would appeal to them about being on your team?
I don't have a big team, so I can't help you there. I don't know.
Because they
Um,
get to spend time with you.
Is that it?
exactly.
That's the answer.
So this is one of the things I thought would look at. Why do people want to become a consultant? Well, it's the friendship. Okay. So, I mean, Maggie, you remember Tracy said that she wanted to give you as a Christmas gift because she cares about you so much. She wanted to be on your team, right?
Right.
So the friendship, and for many people, is it not true that the thing that keeps them going more than anything with Mary Kay is the friends we make in Mary Kay as a part of the culture? So, and the reason I'm talking about this, because again, because I'm recording this, is when people understand the value of the relationship, and this is why if you want to have a team, if you want to move ahead with your team building, this is one of the things people want. They want to be with you. They want to have fun. That's what that was supposed to be about. They want to have fun, okay? And you guys are having fun within your own personality. I mean, you don't have to be a Maggie or a Beth because you are two different personalities. You need to be yourself, you know? And so that, of course, is really, really important. What about the glitz and glamour? Okay. You guys, we've all talked about getting the diamond rings and being invited to a party and going to a seminar, and people get attracted to that sometimes, don't you think?
Yes.
And it's about the money. But how often do you think it's really about the money?
I think when they start, it's about the money.
Possibly because they half off, right? But this may not be the whole thing. So what is the package they're putting out there? And I put this one in because this was actually something that was very, very important to me. One reason I didn't do Mary Kay, one reason I actually, I'll be honest with you, didn't want to become a national is because it looked like too much work. It looked like I would be giving up my life to do this, and I didn't want to do that. So are you making your business look easy?
I think so.
Okay. Okay. So how do you think your customers, and I'm singing to the choir here, but how do you think they see you as a Mary Kay person? They see you as certainly a very serious Mary Kay person. How else do you think that they think it's easy, or what do you think they're thinking?
I know for sure that I don't know what they're thinking because I'm usually
All right.
wrong. Um,
Well,
remember that girl that we interviewed? Her name was Tori. She was just turning 18, she graduated last year and she's thinking about joining our team. We did an interview in like December or whatever with her.
yeah.
And I asked her later on, I'm like, you know what, you've graduated. This would be a great thing to do while you're in college. She's like, but you do it so well. I can't put in that much time. And I looked at her and I was like, how much time do you think I put in? She's like, well, look at your studio. It must be hours. And I'm like, hours a month.
No,
But she
but
wasn't,
that is actually my point.
yeah, but she wasn't willing to hear what my reality was. She had already made up her mind.
Could be. One of the things that I think both of you do, maybe all of us do, that is that as we work with our customers, we talk about what's going on outside of Mary Kay. In other words, that we do have a life outside of Mary Kay. Um, and I mean, I used to get that all the time, is that I couldn't do it anywhere near as well as you do. And I said, well, if you've been doing it this many years, then you'd be good too. I didn't start out this good. But that's overcoming an objection, and that's actually kind of a big objection. And I wanted to kind of look at, so what is it? It was pointed out Monday morning when I was listening to the training director, that she said, what's the difference between selling someone, showing someone a new mascara as opposed to trying to for $25 or $35, give someone an opportunity to look at getting some extra money. I mean, what's the emotional difference? And I think we tend to, because we've been around for a long time, have a big because getting a new recruit is like a big thing. It's a bigger thing than selling a mascara. Okay. But maybe not. Maybe we can keep it just as simple as that and just as easy as that. Oh, I wanted to show you this. Let me see if I can, because I really like this. And it's from In Touch. Let's see if it'll show up. No, that's not the one I wanted. That's not the one I wanted. Okay, never mind. There is one, and it's just a minute and a half long, and it talks about why people, why are they in Mary Kay? And they had all these different reasons, and I thought it was really, really good, but this link didn't work.
Okay.
But to me, that's really, really important. What do people think Mary Kay is like? Okay. So it's something. So looking at what are the goals? Okay. So if you might ask people all the time, what would make you happier with the skin you have? Okay, you do the skin analyzer. We all know how to do that. The three of us are very, very good at that. What if we just said and there's a woman that was training Monday morning, and she said her unit is recruiting significantly because they started asking this simple question: would it benefit you to add some income with a Mary Kay business?
Ah,
That's it. And it's like yes or no. And with this $35 sign up, or is it 45? I don't even remember now. I think it's 35. It's so insignificant in terms of the expense that I think we need to let people make that decision, say, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. You never know. And I think that's what Scentsy, or some of it's not a very expensive startup. Okay. So if you look at what are the two major parts of your business, one, of course, is the selling. Okay, you guys are awesome at selling. And the other part is the team building. And more and more, I'm feeling an obligation to the company to keep the team building going and to keep it going because we need to have more people in Mary Kay. Okay, it's just part of where our company is right now. So when the three of us made a commitment, we were talking about that pink Cadillac at seminar. Isn't that funny? So I want to keep really working towards the team building as much as the selling part. So Maggie, you had mentioned that you really wanted to focus on your team building for at your open house. Talk more about that.
Well, I find that it seems to be a little more awkward or harder to bring up in conversation sometimes. Like if you're following up with your customer saying, hey, how are you liking your product? How is it working? And I haven't thought about, would it benefit you to add some income with a Mary Kay business? Like that's an easy way to ask. But a lot of times, like, would you asking you, would you have any questions about the, can you ask me 5 questions about the career? And like I've actually done that several times, and I've had more than one person say, no, not really. I mean, it's just been a very odd how they put it off. And so my thought was, or kind of the revelation to me was like, what if I literally just put up a table downstairs, just a regular card table, and have, VIP status, what you get for $225, and then for, Mary Kay status or consultant status, what you get for $225. And obviously, guys, it's double, right?
Right.
But how does that visualization and be like, and then exactly the saying I could put on one of my little stand-up plaques that say, literally, would it benefit you to add some income with a Mary Kay business? I mean, like literally something simple. The idea is that how do you make a statement without saying anything? And especially if words fail me. I've also found that and you guys have said this before over and over again, like you have to put labels on it. You have to label what you have displayed. You have to put price tags on it, things like that. People really don't know what you're trying to say. No, guys, they really don't know. I sent out a postcard with an end of year sale, for what, June, for the skincare sets and stuff. And I had one person call me and she asked me a question about every single picture in there because she did not understand. I was like, wow, apparently I don't know how to make a postcard, guys. But there was only one out of like 80 people that cared enough to ask me.
Right.
I love that woman. She's amazing. She's a nurse.
But you're bringing up such an interesting point though, because if people say no, not, and of course that happens to me all the time too. It's like no, no, I'm not interested, or they won't even open the door a little bit, and which leads me to, what am I putting out there?
Yeah.
It looks like, well, I'm really becoming more and more passionate, as you probably have noticed, about the team building, because I love this company. I want us to keep alive and vibrant. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, I know. I'm into the sneezing thing too. So I just, this is kind of like my message for tonight. Is like, why would someone want to join Mary Kay? What is so appealing that they're going, oh gosh, I would like to do that? And I'm not sure I have an answer, but I feel like a lot of it is, how do we come across? What is it that looks so appealing? I mean, I've always loved the idea of having my own store. And so I always was excited about it. I mean, I like to organize my products and have them, go in, last and first and whatever. I mean, this has always just been kind of my fun thing, because I wanted to have my own store. I also wanted to be a telephone operator, but anyway,
You know what though, Nancy? Your excitement about having your own store was literally, I think, what I picked up from you. I loved seeing your store. I loved seeing how you display things. I loved looking at your 40% off like little discount basket or whatever. Loved it. And like ever since I was how old? Like couldn't get enough of that nonsense. Why do you think I have my own freaking store? Literally,
Oh,
that
yeah.
nailed it. That is literally a huge draw for me, and who knew?
Okay, now, and of course now the whole thing is, you don't have to have a store at all.
Yeah, but I love
Okay.
having a store.
Okay, well, I do too, but a lot of people are going, I don't want to make that investment.
Oh,
Okay,
that's true.
they say, oh, is it going to cost me a lot of money? No, you can have things direct ship. Now, I have to be very careful, because people really need to do that 225 for their customers to go to their website and shop on their website. As a new consultant, they need to be active. So we need to go into that whole thing. So but I think it's important for us to know why are people saying no? If we love them and we'd like to have them on our team and we'd like to have them as an important more part of our life, what is it that would be more attractive, so that they say, well, at least let me think about it, or at least I'm curious, how does that work, you know? So that's kind of like my big message for tonight. Let me just go on here, because and it goes back to like your intention. I just saw this on Facebook this week. I thought it was a really good one. If your intention is, and of course my intention is team building. Okay, and as a sales director, that's you move from selling to team building as a priority. Okay. So my intention is always about team building and helping my unit move up the ladder. So then it becomes an action. Well, of course, you're probably sick of me because I keep talking about team building. And here I am talking about team building. That's the action. Then the practice. So what am I doing differently? Now, I only recruited 8 people last year, and most of them honestly didn't even become Great Start qualified. I did not do, my head was not there. I'm just going to be honest about it. But now already I have 3 new recruits for this year, and 2 are already Great Start qualified. And the third one, actually, Beth, I was going to ask you, the third one is Greta. And do you know Greta?
Yeah.
I was wondering if you would be willing to talk with her about the products. I kind of don't have a communication with her. And if there's a way that you might have a reason to talk with her about, hey, look at what's new, and again, and show her some things in person, thought that might help. But
Oh,
anyway,
ooh, when does she come to my open house?
yeah, that would be awesome. All right. Do you want to invite her, or I could actually? It might be kind of cool if you invite her.
Oh, I'd do it. Let me do it.
Oh, bless you. Thank
That's
you.
something I don't know.
That would be super. Yeah, because she reinstated, so she ended up to be a personal. But anyway,
Yeah, no, floor.
Kathy told me to do that. So, but anyway. So the intention, I mean, y'all know this. It's an intention, it becomes an action, then a practice, then the consistency, and then it's a habit. So my habit is to talk to people about joining my team because I made that shift. So then it becomes like who you are. This morning on a Zoom thing this morning, I said to the people, it was a networking thing, and I said, I am looking for someone. I've got very intentional. I am looking for someone who is going to be social media savvy. I said, I finally figured out that this is simply not my thing. But I am looking for someone that could, because there are a lot of Mary Kay people being very successful in social media. And I am looking for some people that want to go that direction. And I got 2 referrals.
Wow.
So now I have not talked with either person. I don't know exactly what they know, and I don't know exactly what they think. And I'm talking about recruiting them. This may or may not be the case, but at least my intention was very clear. What I'm saying, okay? So when you're focused on that. So anyway, yeah, this is just my little slide about, yep, do it. Full circle, to me, this is the other thing, that when I started in as a consultant, really focusing on my full circle parties, and parties are the answer. When I started really focusing on that, I was like, I want to do a perfect party. I really want to do a perfect party. I want to have those 2 bookings in the new recruit. I really want to do that. And so that became a personal goal of mine. And of course, then when I met people at parties, they did parties. So there you go. Why? Oh, this is this. Oh, this is this thing. Look for it on In Touch. This may not be the right one, but and we're going to run out of time anyway. But it's a great 1.5-minute video that talks about why people are in Mary Kay and why they were so thankful. And if I can figure out how to make a copy of it, I might send that out to some of my customers and just say, you've been on my mind, and I don't know if this would touch your heart or not, but would you be willing to look for 1.5 minutes to this video? I mean, it's very soft sell, but it's like, hey, do you want to try it? Let's do it. It'll work or it won't. Not the end of the world. All right, we've got a turkey trot. Okay, this is going out in the mail. There is going to be a different challenge for things for November. So let's see how many people can win. I sent off the Consistency Club prizes, and you guys, your different prizes today. I'm trying to get right on top of it. So more stuff for you.
Yay.
There's that. Oh goodness, nobody has won any of these charms yet. It's only November. Oh my gosh, I'm the only one that has won the charms. Okay, so I can't wait for how many people are going to win the charm. Okay, on Target Stars. Maggie, you're like 1 minute away. And Beth, you're so close also, of course. And the other people that there's 600, at least 600 in, or Barbara Clements. So we've got other people that could do it. Because I have 2 qualified, and I've ordered enough product, I'm actually already, I'm $63 away from a diamond star.
Woo-woo.
Wow.
But having the 2 qualified really, really helps. Plus, of course, you get a recruiting bonus. Directors get a $100 bonus for each new Great Start qualified. So I just got an extra $200. Thank you very much to Valerie and to Lucia Manini. This is now available. I put it out on the Facebook group for the 50% off. Okay, Beth, you put it out there. So
I did it.
yeah, thank you very much. And the bingo is out, which I don't have yet. There's a new bag. Look at this bag, you guys. Somebody's going to be winning this bag, and they might be doing two of them.
I keep waiting.
I know, I know. Well, we got to keep working on it. I mean, I put them in too. Because they do some very cool bags. Okay. We had 6 people. Hallelujah. There were star achievers. Now we are going for 10. 10 per quarter. 10 per quarter. Or 10 per month. I'm sorry, 10 per month. So we've got that beautiful necklace coming up this month. That looks really nice, doesn't it?
Really pretty.
That is pretty.
They're doing some good stuff. Other than
Nancy, have you tried the new products, the 2 new fragrances, the peach satin hands and the lavender magnolia?
no. I'll be honest, I haven't. I've been distracted.
I was just curious what you thought about how strong they were or not.
I don't have an opinion.
Okay, fair enough. Well, when you have one, please share.
Yeah, okay, I will do that. I can do that. Okay, and our consistency club, Melissa is in our consistency club. She's now 3 months consistent.
Ooh,
She's very busy. No, remember her whole job is the
Great.
Veterans Day Parade, and that's next week. It's like so she's not here, and I understand that. So you know what's funny? Cameron Trent, who you don't know, she lives in South Carolina. She's been with our unit forever, never, never. She was actually a personal recruit of Sharon Flasters. That's how long she's been around. She ended up in our unit, and she's a retired veteran. Anyway, she also is very involved in South Carolina with the Veterans Day Parade. So I'm kind of excited to connect the 2 of them up. It's like going to be fun. Maggie, oh, cow, look at that $1,225. We give that girl a big hand.
It was really busy.
All right. $600 day. Man, that was the
That was Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Maggie, good job. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. And when those people that I know that can turn them in. Okay, and then I think our October achievers. Oh, look at all these. Suzanne is loving doing the items sold.
Good.
Beth Owen, 114 items. What a little hot dog. Good job. Good job.
Thanks.
Good job.
100 a month for quarter sales.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You keep going for
You
quarter
got
sales.
it, Beth.
That's
You
right.
gotta show me how to do this tracking. Nancy, that question that I asked you about the tracking.
Okay. And what is your, I mean, so you're going
Do
for
I
the
take
retail
the
value.
wholesale amount and divide it by 600, or do I take
No, just
the
let
retail?
touch, just let touch track for you.
I mean, you always know your retail.
Color, Maggie.
You always know your so if there's a BOGO, like there's a BOGO on the there was last month on the mini mass. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe you get full retail credit for that, even though you're only paying for one of the 2 items. So watch your retail credit. Go, that whole thing, it says at a glance.
Yeah, I know where all that is. I just
I
want to know how
know.
to fill out this paper.
The tracking sheet.
This thing. I want to know how to color this.
Is
It's just
it,
for
I
600
can't,
wholesale,
I don't,
yeah.
I'm not doing that. So I mean, I might have put it out there, but is it based on wholesale or retail?
It says retail.
Okay.
So I'm
Well,
thinking I take the retail and divide, well, how much retail I have and divide it by 600. That's how many bubbles I color.
well, that would be your wholesale. No, your retail is your retail. I mean, your retail may be higher than your wholesale.
Yeah, it's retail is 40,000 is what you want. So it's just straight up retail.
Right.
You don't divide it. You don't
Yeah.
worry about wholesale.
Then how do I get to how many bubbles I do? If you
Is
don't
each
divide.
bubble 600 retail?
It says 600 wholesale, but at the top it says retail. This is why I'm confused
It says 600 wholesale?
in the Bible.
All
At the
right, so then probably what it's talking about is basically if you're doing a 600 wholesale, you're going to get a 1200. And because that's just a general rule of thumb. I think what you really want to watch is your retail go to at a glance.
Yeah, I guess I will. And I'm not going to make you some posters if I can't color.
I mean, I'm not. I now understand what you're saying, and I'm like, just color it in. Okay, and this is our darling speaker for next week, but I may talk with her about coming back in December. Because it sounds like, Beth, you probably won't be here, or is it Maggie? You won't be here next week.
Yeah. Next week is my actual open house. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your open house, and
I'll be working on mine because my room's finally done.
yeah. I hate to not have meetings, but well, we'll see, but I may switch the speaker. Okay. And of course you're all working on your cruise. Woohoo! Let's go for the cruise. Having fun.
But I don't know how to color that one either.
Yeah, I know. You got to keep, I mean, there's just so much tracking you can do. It's like, you got to do it. Look at that, Beth, with Kim. But anyway, so you guys, thank you so much for being here. It's like kind of curious. It's like, who's going to be here any one week? So, but I really appreciate you so much. So I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate it. And hopefully this was helpful for you this evening. I mean, do you have any, Maggie, you were looking specifically for some things. Did any of this resonate at all, or was it helpful?
Well, I mean, a lot of it was just something that, I mean, we actually independently came to that same thought that you were about the energy put into it and how do you put into it. Like, really, why would people join your team? It's because they want to join you. So what are you offering, right?
Right.
But then I really like that simple question of would it benefit you to add some income to your income with a Mary Kay business? And that is simple and non-threatening. I mean, to me,
Yeah, right.
saying it. So I'm like, okay, that's a win.
Yeah, right. Okay, good. Well, if that helped, and and then the next subject is, I mean, a lot of people are going to say, well, I can't afford it. Okay, and say, you know what, there's a whole different system. I like to say this. There's a whole different system about inventory and helping people get started with their inventory, because you don't have to have it. You want to get some stuff for yourself. Okay, and because that's, you're getting your 50% off, you're going to get stuff for yourself. But as long as you are using the products and you're buying stuff for yourself, you're going to be able to work with your website, and people can go to your website. And then and not everybody wants to do a launch party. I mean, a lot of them don't want to do that. So I'm just really talking with people and say, why don't you offer a gift with purchase or a 10% discount if people go to your website for the next week? Once they become active, it's a very easy way for people to say, oh, I could just tell them to go to my website. Yeah, you can. That's what Lucia is doing. We just got to find someone that understands her website, because she doesn't. She's my special pet. What can I tell you? I love her.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, well, good night. Thank you so much. I
Anyway,
appreciate all the
love you
training
guys.
tonight.
Thank you
Nice
for
to
being
see
here.
you.
Have
Bye.
a super evening. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.